Village New Glarus Board meeting to order. We're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please have all cell phones silenced during the meeting. I look for approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item 5, public appearances and citizens' comments. There's no one in the gallery, so we'll move on to item 6, approval of the consent agenda.
Do we need to talk, do we need to talk at all about the special event permit for fuel fed?
If you'd like to. I would like to.
I mean, I don't really have any concerns other than, it's been run by, like, it's not interfering with any other festivals or anything that we have on a regular basis or anything like that. That was the only.
And I just have a few minor concerns.
Okay, we need a motion to approve the consent agenda, but pull item D out.
I'll amend my motion to say that.
Okay, so now we got, you seconded, right, Chuck? Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now we can talk about item D, approval of special event permits of fuel fed, I'm sorry.
This is the typed permit that answers any questions that may come up. But staff made it through the staff review with minimal comments. Just Public Works and the police department will be working together on it for when barricades go out and streets get closed. It's a pretty small event. It doesn't require an emergency operations plan. It's a pretty quick event.
Sure.
Annual event that occurs every year. It's a low impact on service requirements of the village. And we'll be, staff was recommending approval.
Well, my only thought was,
Mike,
I'm sorry.
send them down, please. Thank you.
Did they not?
Wrong mic.
Did they not go all the way around?
Other mic.
I got one. Is it
My thought was,
something new?
That's just what it is, it's just what gets issued to them, so we printed it off just in case someone wanted to talk about it, but the application is in your packet, and then that permit gets typed based on the application, so that's what gets handed to the applicant when it after
Oh, okay.
approval.
and there was an application made quite a while back on this, correct?
It was made before the revisions to the application process.
Okay, and the only other thing that I had a question on is a certificate of insurance, and it was, I think it was initial something about,
Their
as
renewal,
of yet,
their renewal is coming up, but we do have the certificate of insurance.
Oh, okay.
And then, essentially, the event doesn't happen if their insurance agent informs us their renewal lapsed.
Okay.
And this one does show the insurance is on file. She's got yes in there.
Oh, okay.
So we're good.
Maybe I was looking at the other one.
They did write pending in their application, but they did deliver it.
Okay, that's what I saw pending, yeah. That was all I had.
Okay. Any more discussion? We'll need a,
I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve item D, special event permit for fuel fed.
Second.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 7, Historical Preservation Commission. Consideration discussion adopting ordinance 20-01, amending section 1610, Historical Preservation Commission on page 26.
So this began with discussions at the Parks and Recreation Committee where currently jurisdiction lies. That's not codified in ordinance or anything like that. It's just where it has ended up over the years. Through conversations, it was determined that perhaps historic preservation may be a better location for the jurisdiction of that. So on page 26 where the ordinance starts, the whole ordinance is attached, but the only changes occur under Section C, duties, and then there's a small change to the composition of the board where a registered architect is not required, just an architect is required. And then the addition to their duties was the addition of the commission shall also have jurisdiction and supervision over the chalet of the Golden Fleece, including recommending capital improvements, budgetary investments, and other operational needs to the village board. So it is still a recommendation. The village board retains, of course, all final say on the operations of the, it's essentially a department of the village. The Friends of the Chalet attended the meetings of Historic Preservation and were welcoming of the changes. The Historic Preservation Commission also unanimously recommended approval of the ordinance change.
And that was the only two areas that I had concern about, wanted to make sure, unless there was another change elsewhere, but I didn't.
No, we just include the entire ordinance in there because when approval is made, then we send the whole ordinance to them with the changes and then they upload that to our code book.
Well, I would make a motion to amend the section 1610 for the Historic Preservation Commission.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
This is pretty much everything that we talked about, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple months ago.
Yep.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Public Work, consideration, discussion, award of bid to MP System for electrical system improvement project. That's on page 30. Right?
This is for the award of the contract to MP Systems for the Phase 1 portion of our electrical utility improvement project. This consists of the conversion of a significant portion of our electric utility from the 4 kV system to the 12 kV system, improving the system's reliability and redundancy and allowing for the retirement of some of the lines equipment that we are currently using and that they're currently charging us to use. The public bidding window closed on January 30th. We received 2 bids and the low bidder was MP Systems. The bid came back favorable and so we're remaining within budget. And we were happy with the bid numbers we got back and with what the proposal that we are ultimately recommending here came out to be. So staff is recommending approval of Resolution R20-07, which is awarding the bid to MP Systems. And Forrester Engineering, which is our electric utility engineer, is also recommends to award the bid to MP Systems, and their recommendation letter is included in your
Oh,
packet.
that's what I was just looking at. I'll make a motion to award the bid to MP Systems. I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
All right.
Aye. Any further business?
Your report?
No, I don't have a report. Drake doesn't have a report. We don't even have anything on the administrator's report. What's up with that?
I didn't have anything to report.
Report something.
It's cold, it's gonna be cold, right?
I'll be at a conference in,
He has to lay it from him.
not next week, but the week after, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
And will you
So
have a report?
from my conference, I can certainly give you one.
We want to know everything went.
Okay, we are adjourned.